Super Tuesday voting underway in 14 states tonight. We bring in our exclusive WPBF 25 political analyst Adam Hasner and Ron Klein to talk about today's contest and what they could mean moving forward.
All right, let's just jump right into this. Everybody gets out of the race and endorses Joe Biden. Ron, I'll start with you. Does this tidal wave of unity do any damage to Bernie Sanders' machine towards the nomination? I mean, he's the one who's the front runner right now.
He's definitely the front runner, and I think the consolidation is what was to be expected. I know the media has been hyping it, the 23 candidates, but now we're at a point where it's beginning to consolidate. No, I think tonight will be very interesting. You're going to see probably Bernie do well, but I think you'll start to see some consolidation, some support. You're probably going to see a lot of support of both Bloomberg and Biden. That's my expectation.
Adam, did it come too late, though?
It could be a little bit too late, but just think about it. A week is an eternity in the presidential campaign cycle. Just a week or so ago, we were actually writing off Joe Biden, saying that it was going to be Mike Bloomberg occupying that moderate lane. And so tonight, I think Bernie Sanders really has to show strong and start to build up that delegate count. And I think Ron's right. You're going to see Bloomberg and Biden splitting that vote. It'll also be interesting to see how well Elizabeth Warren does in some of these states, because she's kind of now the also ran in the campaign.
So if Senator Sanders wins big tonight, does he become untouchable, or does it at least guarantee a brokered convention?
Well, this starts to look a lot like 2016 Republican presidential election if Sanders starts to make that run, because then you're going to have all of that consolidation and everyone's starting to think of ways, how can we stop Bernie Sanders at the convention? That was all the talk, if you remember, about stopping Donald Trump. But if they do that, you're going to have a large part of the Democratic base really upset at the establishment for taking it away from him. That's the risk that they run if he does get that far out ahead.
You know, I hear that conversation, and I think there's still a very, very deep vein of we got to take on Donald Trump. And when we go through the convention, and I think it's probably right, it probably will be a brokered convention, or that means that they go through multiple ballots to get there. There will be a coming together after that. And Adam's correct about the fact a week is an eternity. Well, certainly the period of time between the convention and the election is also an eternity.
Speaking of a campaign that's not an eternity, it's done with the dreamy ads and all the spending and the bad debate performances. Here comes Michael Bloomberg. He has to get votes tonight. What if he and his $500 million swing and miss tonight? Is he done? He says he's not, but is he done?
Well, he has enough money to stay in the race for as long as he wants, and that will be the test. Does he get delegates tonight? Does he have a strong showing? He was up in some polls around the country, and I think, like you said, those debate performances have really pulled him back, and now with this Biden surge, he really is going to have to ask himself the question of, am I better off getting out and supporting Joe Biden, or am I going to stay in this race all the way to the end? I think that's a tough question.
Ron, you can't pressure him, though.
No, you can't pressure him. He's going to do what he thinks is the right thing to do to take on Donald Trump. His focus is very tightly on Donald Trump. So I think at the point that he feels that if he can't make a good run at it, and I think he's always played the lane of if Biden isn't successful, he steps in. That's been the plan, I think, in his mind. If Biden begins to strengthen and really shows that he's really taking on Bernie Sanders and can be a winner against Donald Trump, my guess is you see Bloomberg support Biden.
All right, Ron, Adam, thank you for your insight. You'll be with us throughout the evening, and you can see them tonight again at 11.
And right through November, so don't go anywhere. Mike?
Mike.